Two teams that expect to be playoff contenders in a Western Conference that is getting crowded with teams with expectations. Wells short, but tipped right back up in Warriors in Vegas. They're 1-2 in the California Classic. Magnet. Screen set, Meshack. Great pass on the dribble drive. Leads to the corner, triple. It goes. And a ball movement.
Then you're playing with John Moran. You get out in transition, he's going to find you. So it's a lot of opportunities for G.G. Jackson.
Well, Wells is erased right at the summits of block.
I was like, first of all, you like 35, 36. You got some nerve. and then I kind of took it personal after that.
I feel like it happens at the blink of an eye, too.
Yeah.
Look at him in a Warriors jersey. Floating to the left side and shooting with the right hand shorts. But Pryor, he's a shooter.
Yes, he is.
Jaylen Wells shot it well in year number 1.
PTSD support and even mental health research. So he might be a little crazy talkative on the floor, but also making a huge impact with his family off the floor as well.
Career with 109. 5 to shoot. Wells muscles to the rim.
Jaylen by your side, you know, it takes a little bit of pressure off of you, but having the guys look up to you on the court, he said it speaks volumes, and I accept that challenge with open arms.
He's still only 20 years old.
He's still young.
A 20-year-old vet.
Shooting guard and slide up to the small forward, Desmond Bane. Tough to get it in here. They do fling it past half court. Wells has to scoop it up. But Wells will be in contention for more minutes with the Bane trade. Sacramento product. Off the bounce 3. Sacramento had it. For the loaded SEC. You know it's good when Vanderbilt is out here going to the NCAA tournament.
Exactly. You know the SEC is definitely loaded when Vanderbilt makes it, because, you know, normally their academic standards are sky high. They can't get the ballers in. They can't keep the ballers eligible over there. They can't keep the ballers eligible over there.
Every game was like a quad 1 in that conference. Wells wants 3. Back ironed and off. The in Summer League, you don't see that too often. 3-pointer off the back of the rim from Wells. And
speed, good in the open court, Love.
He's a ready-made guy.
He's a ready-made, experienced player, as he is.
Jaylen Wells wanted the whistle. None.
He's recruiting and player development, and they've found ways to be very successful that way.
Got to buy a scorecard for this game. These coaches are going up and down their lineup. Hockey line changes in and out. Playing a little faster. We know this guy, Jaylen Wells, no good on that end. Offensive rebound. Lovering is fouled.
I'm out here, you know, my message is continue to be very vocal, you know, to guys who will be in your shoes, you know, eventually. So.
You guys obviously were swept out of the first round, but you had the hip injury, and you guys were up, what, 29 points, I think, on the eventual champion Thunder at one point.
So you're a conduit to being able to coach that person and communicate with that person. And eventually you develop kind of a middle ground where you both understand each other.
I'm sure you've come across this too. Some of these foreign language basketball words are just English Americanized foreign words, which is sometimes very helpful.
But there's also another glossary, and that's the other thing. When you go from team to team, when he has the ball in the middle of the floor or playing out of the middle third of the floor, that dude is a problem.
Got 8 points, and Booknight joins him with 8 points as well, a 3-point play. Jaylen Wells back on the floor for Memphis. Wide open look for Caleb Love. His former North Carolina teammate Armando Bacot with the rebound. Wells. Ball kept alive by Spencer, and Bacot will get a couple of free throws. That's all right. Caleb Love with 10. You're allowed to get knocked off your feet. Let's see if Jan could add to his viral nature missing from outside. Having a little more online than the first attempt earlier. shot at 27% from three in the Chinese Basketball Association. Baycott's been active for Memphis. 7% from three in the Chinese Basketball Association. Baycott's been active for Memphis. Wells checks his feet. And a loose ball foul. That'll be on Baycott, who didn't have. It felt like it's kind of dying down now. Probably coming in and will play. And the waiver and stretch of Damian Lillard allowing them a little more cap space. As Wells give him the continuation. And we'll find out when camp gets underway in September. Wells leaking out, got the feed from Spencer and dropped it through, and now Memphis great points, and that streak comes to an end on the three-pointer by Sidi Sissoko. Jaylen Wells sidestep to the left with an answer. Game shot at 35% from three in his first year, hits there, and then is the recipient of the
gets a good shot.
Biggest lead right now for the Grizzlies with a 10-point advantage. Sissoko can't convert there, and a 5-on-4 the other way. Wells going to step into this one, and Memphis on fire here in the fourth.
Hands, great footwork, big versatility. He's going to have to continue to defend better. And sometimes I look at Kyle Filipowski, he's his own worst enemy. Like, if he just goes, he's going to have to continue to defend better. And sometimes I look at Kyle Filipowski, he's his own worst enemy. Like, if he just goes and plays, he's really a talented guy. He dropped the...
Bouknight now with 15 points here tonight for Portland. Coming up on the final 2 minutes. Memphis looking for its first win of this summer league. Wells with Jan contesting. Saves it, and heady job, got it off of Wells' left.
The game has expanded in terms of how much of the court's used, and great defense there by Wells.
That's Jaylen. Back Shulga in the corner to Walsh. Now it's Gonzalez looking for his first three. No good, and it's taken down by Armando Baycott, a legend in Chapel Hill.
He had an incredible career there. Has had some really bright moments last season.
Wells off on a three. A savant.
Yes.
Joe Mazzulla leans on him behind the bench for all those coaches' challenges, and the Celtics seemingly get it right every time Reynolds gives the thumbs up to Mazzulla to go do it. And now he gets a chance to coach this squad. Jaylen Wells off on a three. Cam Spencer tracks it down. Shot clock goes to 14.
On the big, G.G. Jackson proven to be a guy that can facilitate and create with the ball in his hands at that wing position.
So what's at stake here for the Memphis Grizzlies? As Wells tries another three. He's 0 for 3 from distance.
I'd be surprised if they make another move. They've got a luxury, does Boston, much like we saw with the Warriors. Remember when after they had the championship run, Steph Curry gets hurt, all of a sudden they get 2 lottery picks because they basically tanked the season. And it created a lot of cap space for them. I think you can see a similar scenario with this Celtics team.
Wells misses the three, but the Grizzlies just 2 for 17 as we're underway with the second half opening game for both Boston and Memphis here in the Summer League, which features the stars of tomorrow today. 49-36 Celtics start the second half up. Here's Cam Spencer for Memphis. Jaylen Wells on the drive. Got hit, knocked away by Williams. Walsh chases it down, but he stepped out of bounds. And
really, for all organizations, your player development is critical. And we talked about the new collective bargaining agreement and the impact second-rounders can ultimately have. Unrestricted free agents that you can sign, as you see Jaylen Wells for the Grizzlies. But it's going to be imperative. You've got to be able to find hidden gems. You've got to be able to develop guys that ultimately become a part of your rotation if you want to stay competitive.
Fleming. Wong penetrates, stops, pops. And it'll be taken down by Aaron Estrada. Estrada, well-traveled college basketball player. Most recently at Alabama. Now Wells off the window.
way he attacked, he forced 2 to the ball, which creates that offensive rebound opportunity.
Wells from downtown. Off. It's taken down by back.
Will Hardy's looking for someone to be that alpha type player.
Yeah, that foul actually wasn't that hard. I think the sell was a little dramatic, but
multi-positional defender, can play with or without the ball in his hands, and just be a great glue guy in any lineup, which, you know, every NBA team wants 5 or 6 of those guys.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, it's an interesting time of year. You're settling in, so are the Jazz, and, you know, you're just looking for good things and growth. With this, what, 10 days ago, Big T?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, number 5, and you also get a look at Walter Clayton Jr. tonight.
It's so great to talk to him, just to get Jazz Nation for the most part, but for those listening.
And the Spurs. And then on to Vegas. A lot of hoop coming up over the next few weeks. Collier's 2 of 5 from the free throw line. He's got 4 points in the quarter. Memphis assisted, don't forget, on their first 19 field goals on Saturday tonight. They're 7 of 7 in that category. Back goals on Saturday tonight. They're 7 of 7 in that category. Backside rebound, Sensabaugh. Ball comes loose. Here's Wells, one hot to the rim, off the glass, tapped up and in. They go.
And the fans need to give them a little break, but they're not going to listen to me.
No, they're not. Pulling against Cody. Gigi Jackson rolls to the rim. Out front, Jones. Pulling the bounce. 2 on the shot. Just got it away. And now another foul. The Jazz are dribbles between the legs, takes a bump down low, little dish to the corner, 3 balls away. This time Sensabaugh short. Spencer strides into front court. He'll lob it down low, and a give me a bunny at the rim. Jackson. They go to Wells in the corner. Rebound, Bailey up. Didn't panic. That's kind of his makeup, and it's a 1-point game off the triple by Sensabaugh.
I was going to say, Ace, maybe a couple of more dribbles to really get that defense to commit and then make a decision on the shot.
They led early 3-2, 58-57 Utah.
Excellent execution on that play.
I think for Sensabaugh, too, that shot maybe also proves to him he's more than just a 3-point shooter. He can go inside.
Yeah. Got to be patient.
Jaylen Wells drives underneath. Ball fell off the rim with a putback.
Dunk against Wells.
Jackson had 3 threes in the game. There's a wicked pass down low, double team. Sensabaugh trying to break it. Nice defense as Meshack stays on his belt, brings it into front court. Here's Hinton. Corner 3, Wells.
He's just trying to take advantage of Summer League and play free. That was going to be an exciting play from the other young guys on the team, but he's been able to do that with these second-year players in his draft class, too. He's told.
Filipowski rolls inside, right to left, spins it up, ball's loose. Cam Spencer leaks it out. Easy bucket. Jaylen. Sensabaugh squares up, jumper.
Oh, don't leave him open. It's just a strength basket. Right, Sensabaugh doing it outside and in.
Catch and shoot, triple, and does.
Yeah, you're making a 2-possession game now with that foul. So you got to go quickly if you're Memphis.
Inside, tough shot. Takes a bounce off the back of the rim. Out of bounds, he touched it last. 3.
Well, credit Baycott on that handoff. Set a nice screen, and Grizzlies get it back. A chance to visit Belgium when I played in Italy for several years. Went over there and played a couple of teams. Beautiful place.
Devon Small, the rookie out of West Virginia, 2nd-round pick just last week on the floor. Here's Wells, straightaway three, in and out. Who touched it last? Will give it to Oklahoma City.
Perspective. They've never strayed away from drafting people and not players. That's a huge thing for them. Characteristics of winning players. Sam Presti said they multiply at greater levels than
190. He was a second-round pick. He can create off the dribble, which is what he just did, and also they like his defensive ability as well. Wells, that's a tough shot down low. Good patience, looked over his shoulder, and Topic with his second bucket.
And a smart shot.
altogether. Those are just a few things they're looking for, but this is, again, a test for their staff and players just to see what kind of chemistry they can build this summer. Guys.
Lauren, it was one of many stories down the stretch run of the regular season where coaches were also shown the door. The days of like a Popovich and a Sloan who coached, here in Salt Lake City, I don't know if we'll see those 20-plus years in the league again.
Probably not, and a lot of that isn't. There'll be a lot of players rotating in and out for both teams, but you talk about standouts. Topic did a great job, A.J. Mitchell, and of course Wells and G.G. Jackson for the Grizzlies.
Pulling out front, controls the first possession as we start quarter number 3. 10-minute quarters in Summer League. Passes out, Jaylen Wells open and throws it down.
As in earlier when they're younger and they're 18, 19 years old and start to work with them. They've got talent already. It's just getting them adjusted to this level with that talent and getting what they need for their team.
Wells showing some handles. Ball knocked down the pass by Gortman. Triples up short. Reed with a rebound. Under 4 to play, third quarter. Grizzlies with the ball up by 2. Make it 5 off that 3. Splashes down a 3. They're going to give him a 2. Had a foot on the line on that far side of the floor. So Leon's.
You get down to critical time right here. OKC's got to continue to pick up full court and try to do the same thing to the Grizzlies that's being done to them.
Ball movement's been clean most of this game. They've led every quarter, by the way, Thurl. Speaking of Memphis. Shot clock under 10.
Memphis' defense has helped them score in 7 of their last 8 possessions.
2 to shoot. Just got it away. Wells was caught out on the perimeter. Eric Reynolds the second. Number 41 checks in. Spencer. Wells lines one up deep.
Jackson loses that battle, but they'd like for him to be able to switch 1 through 4 at least, depending on the lineups. But right there gets burned by a point guard. Nice space creation.
Okay, Gortman's got some handles and some quickness. He's dropped in 8 off the bench. Down low, Wells blocked away. OKC comes out with it. They try